Hello, Rebecca the Ghost Guide here, and thank you so much for wanting to check out my Patreon. Truly, my Patreons are what are keeping me going. In my darkest times when I even considered leaving the internet, which has happened by the way, it's always my Patreons who keep reminding me of my worth and that I've done something good. Sometimes the general comments section on the public forums can get me down a lot, and I always want to check my peace and I always want to be able to keep the peace that I can. And it matters so much to me that people would want to support me, not just me, but also support themselves and their own spiritual journey. I've got a lot of things going on my Patreon, and I keep to a very regular schedule, and I always post that at the top of the month. No matter what tier you are on, you will get an outlook for the month. It's going to be an overarching theme as well as each quarter of the month, and every now and then I'll throw in an extra read. And I'm also active throughout the Patreon. On Patreon, I will respond to people's comments. If I don't respond in some way, I tell them, you can always DM me and say, hey, I left a question on this course. Would you mind going back and answering it for me? That is totally fine. Absolutely, absolutely. I don't always get to do that on the public forums because sometimes I get overwhelmed with all the comments, even though I love reading them, the kind ones anyway. On Patreon, it is a space that I do make space and time for every time. From there, I am going to recommend a few different tiers to you for your consideration. One tier is the $10 a month tier, and that is my courses tier. And one, you already get all the stuff from below. You get pre-releases of my short form content. You get different perks as well as being able to book one-on-one consultations with me. There's a special link for that. Though you also get access to all of my courses all at once. So if you have a lot of time and you want to go through all of those courses, you absolutely can within 1 month. I recommend it. Or if you want to pick and choose what you want to do, that is up to you as well. I have courses on all kinds of psychic development, different forms of reading. I interview other people, soul structure, as well as psychic skill sets, understanding the clairs. Are you clairvoyant? Are you claircognizant? Etc., etc. I break it down in as many ways possible so that it makes sense, and then I give you exercises to try. Many people who have taken my courses, by the time they meet with me for a consultation, they're already starting to get intuitive pings on a variety of things, and I get to cross-validate that with them. And that is the coolest thing for me. I want people to learn and grow and trust themselves. And that's why I know I could charge more for it, but I'm not. I believe in crowdfunding. And that's why I believe $10 a month. It's the lowest that I can do for y'all, and it's the way to make it available to the most people. The next tier I'm going to recommend is going to be $25 a month. That is the exclusive community tier, and there is so much going on in there. The group is not too big, and it's filled with some wonderful people from all over the world. We have some really wonderful discussions in there. We also have video chats at least 4 times a month. 2 of those is going to be Spiritual Study Hall. That is 2 different times a month. It's actually led by members so that people can talk about what they're learning, where they're at. And the reason why I'm not involved in that is I realize when I'm in video calls, I'm very much seen as an authority, and some people might get shy about that. And I wanted to give people space to just grow with other people wherever they're at. Another video call that I am a part of is going to be Intuitive Entrepreneurship Club. This is a place where we can learn about entrepreneurship and business. It's led by me as well as one of our members. And we get to talk about the projects that we're doing. This is for the entrepreneurial spirit, whatever that might mean for you. Even if it is a passion project or even if it is a dream that you are having, we want to offer support in that. We want to hear your dream. We want to be able to support you in that because we actively believe that we don't have to step on each other in order to get where we want in life. And we want to provide a place where that can be discussed and encouraged in a grounded and spiritual way. The other live conversation that we have is the social call. Some of these are themed, some of them are not. I make most of them. Sometimes they are moderator led. And I have to say, my moderators are absolutely wonderful. We want to be sure that everybody feels safe in there, regardless of income level, race, gender, belief, so long as you are open to the understanding that other people may believe differently from you and we can all learn from one another. That is what we are looking to protect in there. We are also looking to protect the groundedness of it. And we're also looking to protect the differences between spiritual health and mental health. We are there to support each other's spiritual health, though as we are not mental health professionals, even though some people in the community are, we are also there to encourage people to get the help that they need from the right source. I am also active in that group. That is totally fine. That being said, if you do have spiritual questions that you want to ask me in a small group setting, I offer workshops twice a month, and that's going to be in the $40 tiers and up. And all these tiers, they stack on top of each other, so you get all the benefits of the previous tiers as well. I know some people who charge upwards of $200 for these workshops. I'm charging $40, and that's for 2 workshops. Once again, I'm really relying on the whole crowdfunding thing here. Truly. With these workshops, 1 hour a month is going to be a Q&A. So we review what happened in the last month, the things that I had been posting. And then, of course, the people have other questions on courses or any other content that I've put out, and they want to bring those. Totally open to those. And sometimes I'll even do a reading for them just for fun. The other hour at a different time of the month is for active teaching how to make psychic reads. We have done reads on different locations. We have done reads on ghosts. We have done reads on spirit guides. We have done reads on nature spirits. We have done reads on channeling different parts of history. We do a lot of things in there. And as I said, it's a small group setting, and please don't feel like you have to be at a particular level in order to be there. Everybody is so kind, and everybody's been at the place that if you're starting out, everybody's been there too, including myself. There are people who care in these groups. It is a very kind and patient space. And so long as you come with curiosity and kindness, you will find a space there too. I encourage you that if you have regular questions on my courses, etc., to join the workshop tier. I'm not offering as many one-on-one consultations anymore. And that's because my goal is being met. So many people are able to make reads for themselves now. So many people are working with their guides regularly. And I got to be a part of that for a really long time. And now they get to do that for themselves. They get to work with other people in the community. They get to trade reads. It's amazing what has happened over only a few years' time. And I have met my goal of being able to help people help themselves. That is what I'm most passionate about. Of course, with my consultations, as you move up in the tier structure, whether that's $35 a month, $40, $50, or more, that all comes with discounts, significant discounts to my bookings. Truly, do the math. It's a lot of discounts, and you can book up to 4 times a year with those discounts. For example, if you're at the $50 a month tier, you get 50% off any of my one-on-one consultations. That is significant, and you can book up to 4 times a year with that code. Not bad, huh? So truly, if any of you are like, oh, that sounds great, and I understand I would save a lot of money the higher tier that I have, but I don't have money, there is a free course that I put out a few months ago. And all you have to do is join my free tier, and you can scroll down, and it talks about limiting beliefs in regards to your money. So if you can't make that commitment today, I understand. I have been there. Though I also had a lot of blocks in place. I didn't think my money was my own. I didn't give myself that permission. So if you're concerned that your money isn't your own, please go back and watch that. It is free. Just join as a free member. Do the things that I talk about, apply them, and maybe even in a few weeks or a few months, I'll see you again, and I hope that you come back to learn some more. Thank you for being curious. Thank you for being here. Thank you for following the link, and I hope to see you more as we move forward.